Hello and welcome to the Ciao Land of the Rising Sun mini album tutorial series that I have designed for Scrap and Create. Now in this video, we are going to go through all the supplies that you will need to create this album here using the Ciao Land of the Rising Sun papers, as well as some additional products. Now, the majority of these products are available on the Scrap and Create website. They are linked in the description box below, but some of these products are not available on the Scrap and Create website, and I will have links for my chipboard set, but some of the other products, there are no links, but you can still find them available at other retailers. So stay tuned as we go through all these different products so you can make your very own album. First, we're going to go through all the supplies available on the Scrap and Create website. From Land of the Rising Sun, I have the 12 by 12 patterns pad. I also have the 12 by 12 paper pad. I have the A4 creative pad, and I have the 8 by 8 paper pad. I have my little charm pack that came with all of the papers from purchasing all of those. So those will be available while supplies last if you purchase all of your supplies from Scrap and Create. Now, in addition to the papers, I went ahead and picked up 2 sets of flowers from Little Birdie that match the papers. And then I will be using some graphic 45 square black tags in my album, as well as the dies that go with this. I'm going to use some of the matte pearl gems, likely using the black ones. I may come and use some of these ones too, but mostly going to be using the black ones. And then I have some of my graphic 45 Photogenic Black trim. Okay, so I do have some bad news about all of these products that I just went over in the last segment. So since I got the paper, it's been a couple months since I've been able to actually make the album, and a lot of these products are no longer available on the Scrap and Create website. For example, the graphic 45 matte pearl gems, no longer available from graphic 45. So you might be able to find these somewhere else, but these are not available. I ended up not using them in my album just because they're a decorative element. And once I found out that they were not available on Scrap and Create and discontinued, I decided not to use them. Now, the rest of these products are still available. They're just not available on the Scrap and Create website anymore. So you can purchase them from another graphic 45 retailer or straight from graphic 45 if you choose to do so. I don't have links for any of these things now in the description box below, so you can source them on your own. But I do know that graphic 45 does still have these. Also available from Scrap and Create, these are already open. I don't have the packaging, but these are basic gray magnets. So I will link these in the description box below so you can pick up some magnets for your album. I'm going to be using black cardstock 65-pound Recollections brand from Michaels for the base of my album. Next, I have 2.5 sheets of heavy chipboard for the covers. I do have some black brads that I may use if I make swing tabs, and I have my hemp or twine that I will use for closures if I need to as well. Now, I did make this set of chipboard to match the album, so it has 4 frames, 2 small and 2 larger, and then it has multiple flower pieces. If you don't want to purchase this to make your album, you absolutely do not have to. I did use some of the flowers for swing tabs, so you would just have to find something else for swing tabs. I used a couple of the flowers for the spine, and I used a couple of the frames. I used the 2 large frames and 1 of the smaller frames in the album, but you could replace those if you choose not to purchase this set. This set will be linked in the description box below to my website. It is actually cheaper on my website, or to my Etsy shop if you prefer to shop on Etsy. It is more expensive because there are a lot more fees associated with selling on Etsy. As always, for basic craft supplies, I'm starting off with my scoring board and my scoring tool. Now, if your scoring board doesn't have a cutter, you'll want to have a paper trimmer and a ruler. I have my 2 sets of scissors. I always keep my craft knife nearby just in case. My pencil, my piercing tool, and my bone folder. For adhesive, I will be using my tacky glue, but again, you can use whatever adhesive you prefer. So those are all the supplies that you will need to create this mini album here if you choose to follow the tutorial series. If you haven't followed one of my tutorials before, all of the videos are shorter so that you can do each step of the process rather than having one really big long video. So I break things down into first designing the cover and the pages, and then decorating the pages individually as we go using the Ciao Land of the Rising Sun papers. The tutorials are designed for you to be able to pause after each step to complete that piece and then go on to the next part of the tutorial. So I don't do everything on screen, like all the gluing, all the cutting. I will tell you the measurements and different things and show you different pieces that you need, but the tutorial videos are much shorter because you don't need to actually see that stuff to complete your album. I hope you will join me in the tutorial series, so I will see you in the next video.